We have twin boys, Louie and Jamie, and one evening or during the day he seemed to be quite poorly. There was no temperature, but he was just really coughing, and he sounded really wheezy and couldn't get his breath, and he wasn't drinking. So everything he drank, we see again. So we thought we'd ring for some advice and called the services 111, and they told us, well, they actually got us an ambulance to take the little one in. We was then admitted to hospital that evening. He was given oxygen and looked after great. We was put in our own little room, and after a day they said his wheezing and that had improved, so he probably didn't need to be in hospital, but he needed extra care. So we came home. I wasn't knowing of this service, and all of a sudden we received a call to see if we would like a nurse to visit. And then we had a nurse visit every day for the first 2 days and every other day, which was just exceptional. We were living in fear of them getting worse or not having any support or anyone to call. So we were just, every time he struggled or sicked back a feed, we was like, should we go to hospital? So just having the hospital and then having your support, just knowing you were there for advice. We called you a few times, and then coming in and having us know that his levels were okay, because they suffered as they were premature with oxygen levels. So we always were in and out of hospital in their early days because of their oxygen levels. So having someone come around, checking them over, it was just reassurance. And everyone's just a friendly staff, so it was nice. Where I've got to, having to take them out to a doctor's or having to take them anywhere is a stress in itself. So knowing that you were coming around and so flexible, I was asked what time of day we wanted, even on a weekend, and knowing that you were coming around to look them over, I felt that I could relax a bit, knowing someone was coming into the house. Not having to take them out into the cold when they're already poorly. If I was to go outside, I would have to wrap them all up. Would have to take bottles, preparation, deal with the traffic. Having someone come to our house meant they could stay in bed. We could care for them. We can leave them in bed, leave them in their cots when they needed. We didn't have to worry about feeding them early because we were going to be out and about. And mostly, just knowing the support of yous coming in and helping without having to queue up or waiting. So having someone come is just saves money, saves stress, saves time, and helps them not having to catch more colds from going into hospitals. I've got a little girl also, another little boy, so I didn't have to make extra arrangements at school time. They made our life easy. Having people come to your house is so much easier. When the nurses arrived, they always came in, told us their names directly, then washed their hands, and they were all very friendly. All were very warming, loved the children. You could see the love they have and the care for the babies. And they come all equipped. I didn't have to do anything. They literally came in with all their stuff. All we had to do was open the door, really.
And what would you say to someone who needs to be a patient of this service and are unsure of how it will be?
I would definitely accept it. I only ever thought it was in adults or for elderly. For having it for children is just phenomenal. It really is a wonderful service. There's no queuing, no waiting. Just accept it. They're friendly, they don't look around your house, they just come directly into one room and help the baby. Their eyes are only focused on the child and the problems.